cuties, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Today is Monday, April the 3rd, 2023. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. Okay, y'all, on a scale of 1 to 10, I, baby, I'm gonna give Sheila a 10 because she tickled me, and then everybody else can just share it. But honestly, it was probably about a 7. Okay, so everybody has met up, right? And they're going at Bill. So Brooke says something like, "You lie, you fell in love with Sheila." Taylor was like, "You were trying to hurt us." Katie was like, "You love her. You said you loved her multiple times." Everybody just going at Bill or whatever. And so Ridge finally had to stop them and say, because I said, "Wait a minute, I don't want to hear this again." And Steven, you got a lot to say because, quite honestly, you ain't been there either. But anyways, so Bill and Ridge finally talk, and they say, Ridge should stop. This man is a hero. And they like, "What you talking about, Willis?" And he said, "Because he was faking the whole time, and we've been working in a sting operation with the FBI and Baker." I said, "Baker was in on that too." Oh, okay. But anyways, he said, "We've been working in a sting operation, and Bill took Sheila down. We owe him." And they were like, "What? What are you talking about?" So then they started explaining how Bill was just pretending to be in love with Sheila, but he wasn't actually in love with her. "Listen, miss, now I had the TV on what you wanted to watch. You're going to have to wait until I'm done." So he was just pretending that he was in love with her. He wasn't really in love with her or whatever. And so they like, "What is happening? What are you talking about? What do you mean?" And so then we get into it, and he's like, "I had to be convincing. I couldn't tell you guys the truth because if I told you the truth, Sheila would be on to me." And they said, "Well, what's the truth?" And he said, "I was never in love with Sheila. It was all an act." And so Katie over there, she like, "What?" I said, Carter. So she like, "Oh." And so they all talking. And Bill and Ridge go into details about how Bill came up with this plan to trap Sheila. And then Taylor was like, "No, because Steffi and Finn had the testimony on Sheila. She would have went to prison. She would have went back to prison." And Bill sat down and he said, "Taylor, I understand that, and I hate what I put you through. But she would have went to prison for how long? 10 years? Maybe longer, maybe less. We need to get her on murder charges. We need to put her away forever." And they said, "Well, did you get her?" And they say, "Y'all got her? Y'all wanted her to confess to murder?" And they said, "Yes." And they were like, "Murdering who?" And they said, "Lance and Gavin." And they were like, "Well, did y'all get her?" And they said, "Yeah, we got her." And baby, they were so excited. They said, "Oh, oh, yes." And so then they were all like, "Oh my gosh, you did it." So baby, then Bill became the hero. And they was like, "Why did you do it?" And so he sat down and he told him, he said, "I didn't do it for us. I did it for the future generations. This girl is a menace. I did it for Will, for Beth, for, you know, who else? Douglas Hayes. He did it for all of them." Did I say? Oh yeah, he said, "I did it for all of them. And it's just like, oh, Bill, the protector of his family or whatever." I said, look at Katie, Bill. And so they were all like, then they start breaking up into the groups. They tell Bill he's a hero. Ridge said, "I don't like the man. He looked like he shop at the mall." I said, "Ridge, you ain't dressing that much better." Ooh, baby. Anyways, child. So they all break up in the groups, and Ridge tells Taylor, he said, "Bill got you exonerated of all charges for shooting him." She's like, "What?" And I said, "What, y'all gonna put Bill and Taylor together?" Because the way she was looking at him, like she was grateful or whatever. And I said, "Y'all could put them together." And then Steven, he go up to Ridge and he says, he go up to Bill and, thanks him. Then he goes up to Ridge and he thanks him. And then, everybody's thanking everybody. So then y'all, Ridge go up to Brooke and Taylor and they looking at him. He said, "Well, I feel like I'm gonna be in trouble. This just the weirdest mess." He told me, "Y'all miss me." I said, "Ain't nobody missed you, Ridge." "What you talking about?" And they all stroking his ego. Maybe. He said, "What y'all been up to while I was gone and all that kind of stuff?" I said, "Ridge, they don't want y'all better not put one of these women back with Ridge because he came back." But anyways, everybody go, to celebrate to I guess they're gonna have some champagne or whatever. So then they all leave. But Bill is back there or whatever. And Katie comes up to him and she's like, "Oh my God, you did that." He said, "I hated lying to you, Katie. I just hated lying to you." And he getting all emotional, she getting all emotional. And she said, "This is one of the reasons I love you. And it's one of the reasons I left you." I said, "Girl, do you want this man or not?" She said, "Yeah." And she started kissing Bill. I said, "Carter, these hoes ain't loyal. Katie, what you doing?" Katie. Oh Lord. They're gonna have this love triangle between Katie. Oh, my bad, y'all. They're gonna have this love triangle between Katie and Bill and Carter. Is that what we about to do right now? I don't know, but we'll see. So anyway, we go over here to my girl Sheila, who's coding right in the OR. And so she's coding and everything, and the nurse Rita is like, "Come on, nurse Finnegan, I got the fibrillator. I'm ready to go. Like this woman, we gotta try to save her." And Finn, Mama Lee is like, she whispering it to Finn, let her die. And Finn like, he said, "Okay." And then the girl said, "Oh, these paddles don't work. Let me go get some more paddles." I said, "Lord, my girlfriend die basically. This crappy emergency room, OR and everything." And so she went and got some better paddles. And she said, "Okay, we ready." And Finn he pushed Lee out the way. It was the way he moved Lee out the way. He saved Sheila. And so she came back to life, and then she flatlined. And Lee was like, "Why did you do it?" Because she whispering because Rita is there. And then Sheila flatlined again, and she was like, "Yes." And she said, "Like, this is it. Let her go." Well, you know what she did to Steffi and you. But Finn didn't. He kept working on her, and he brought Sheila back to life. And then, baby, I said, Sheila. Sheila opened her eyes, and she said, "You saved me, my son. You love me." I said, sheesh. Sheesh, Sheila. That was the wrong thing to say. And Lee heard Sheila say that, and baby, her face turned stone. She was so mad. It turned into stone. So then they go out the room, and Finn tells Lee, "I couldn't do it." She said, "Why didn't you let, like, all the trauma she's caused? She shot your wife. She shot you. She left y'all for dead." And Finn just tells Steffi, "I know what she did to you. I know what she did to our family. I understand, but I just couldn't do it." And Steffi, I said, "You better encourage your man." And she pulled him into her arms and she said, "I know, I understand. I love you." Because Lee need her license taken. You said do no harm. You're harming. Oh God. So, anyways, then we go over here to Sheila, and Lee go in, and she said, "Is she secure?" The detective, I mean, the security guard watching Sheila said, "She's secure. She's not going nowhere." And Lee told Sheila, "Open your eyes." And so Sheila opened her eyes, and she said, "Finn might have saved you, but he doesn't love you, and you will never be a part of their life. You're going to prison, and you're gonna rot in prison, and then you're gonna rot in hell." And she said, Sheila just jerked like, "Ooh, you better be glad I'm tired. I'm handcuffed to this bed." And Lee said, "Who got the last laugh now?" And baby, that was the Bold and the Beautiful. They about to stop playing with me. This soap is so. Ugh. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.